The third iteration of the Toyota MR2 marked a stark departure from its earlier versions and is a great investment opportunity today. This is becoming more evident as the end of combustion engines and an era of Japanese sports cars with personality are nearing their end. If you're considering purchasing one or even curious, then stick around to the end of this video. The latest model of the Toyota MR2 debuted a few days before the 1999 Tokyo Motor Show and was launched in Japan in the same month that Toyota's cumulative passenger car production reached the 100 million unit milestone. In Japan, it carried the same name MRS as a concept car shown the previous year. However, in Europe and the US, the vehicle was referred to as the MR2 Roadster and MR2 Spyder respectively. Remarkably, despite having a more advanced set of features, the new MR2 weighed significantly less than its first-generation counterpart. This was partly accomplished by eliminating the rear trunk and fifth bulkhead. This allowed for an increase in luggage capacity through the addition of a full-width storage space behind the seats. To simplify production across global markets, Toyota made the decision to offer a single engine, the all-alloy 1.8-liter dual overhead cam, 16-valve VVTi 1ZZ FE, which was also used in the 7th generation Celica. This engine provided decent power with 138 brake horsepower and had the highest power-to-weight ratio in its class. It received praise from motoring journalists for its excellent handling dynamics and responsiveness. Similar to the previous generation model, the Toyota MR2 received significant attention from Toyota-affiliated tuners and the Japanese aftermarket, resulting in the production of limited-run special editions such as the Modelista Caserta and BM180 TRD. The most notable official change came in 2001 when an optional 5-speed and later 6-speed sequential manual transmission to the manual gearbox was added. Interestingly, this was the first time a sequential gearbox had been fitted to any Japanese car. The clutch engaged automatically, enabling the driver to change gears without lifting off the accelerator. Unfortunately, the MR2 did experience a downturn globally, which caused a significant drop in its annual sale figures. While the car's sales were discontinued in the US and Australia at the end of the 2005 model year, it continued to be sold in Japan, Mexico, and Europe until 2007, when production finally ceased. In general, the MR2's appearance is an important aspect of its appeal, but the Mark III model received mixed reviews on its likability. Some people appreciated its small curves and even compared its front end to a Porsche, while others had a different opinion. At a glance, it could be mistaken for a Boxster. However, the car's most appealing feature is its driving experience, and the Mark III model does not disappoint. It's an excellent option for those who enjoy cheap, open-top driving experiences. The Mark III Toyota MR2 is comfortable and has excellent visibility, making it a pleasure to drive in the city. Additionally, its power steering makes navigating tight, slow corners a breeze, and it is so small that parking is effortless. Regarding the car's bodywork, a positive aspect is that the exterior panels can be easily fixed since they bolt directly to the main shell. This is unlike previous MR2 generations, and some might even argue a strong selling point. However, it's essential to make sure that cars that have had damage don't have excessive panel gaps or shoddy repairs. The standard soft top of the car comes with a rear glass window that protects the interior from the elements. Some vehicles, although rare, have an optional hardtop and call for a higher selling price. The most significant engine issues with the Mark III Toyota MR2 is a pre-cat failure, which happens more frequently on pre-facelift cars, manufactured before 2003. The problem is that the catalytic converter breaks up in the exhaust manifold, and bits can enter the engine, causing failure, which can be costly. Symptoms of the pre-cat problem include the lambda oxygen sensor warning light and excessive oil consumption. Although the facelifted cars have revised piston rings and a more secure catalyst matrix, it is possible to experience the issue. Another common issue with the Mark III MR2 is oxygen sensor failure, with the one in question being fitted after the main catalytic converter. Replacing the OEM part from Toyota can be costly, but aftermarket parts are available for less. However, accessing and replacing the sensor can be challenging. In general, the 1ZZ FE is a dependable engine unit that offers spirited performance. For those seeking more power, some choose to fit the 1.8-liter supercharged 2ZZ engine found in the Lotus Elise. Others might even opt for the V6 2GR-FE Camry engine, but that would require modifications to the gearbox to handle the extra torque. The Mark III MR2 used a steel monocoque chassis with McPherson struts, dampers, and an anti-roll bar at the front. The rear suspension used dual-link McPherson struts, dampers, and an anti-roll bar. While there were no reported issues with body stiffness on the original third-generation Toyota MR2, the facelift models included braces at the front and rear suspension to increase the body's rigidity. Toyota also improved the spring and damper rates to enhance the ride and handling. These changes were made in tandem with the switch to the 16-inch rear wheels, replacing the previous 15-inch wheels. In a market where the value of the Mazda MX-5 has risen steeply, and it's becoming increasingly difficult to find good examples of the Mark I and Mark II MR2, the Mark III Toyota MR2 is a sensible choice. A well-maintained rust-free example can still be purchased for low four-figure sums, and is likely to provide enjoyment for many summers. In terms of solid engineering and sheer fun, there are few sports cars in this price range that can match the small Toyota. The Toyota MR2 is more than capable of keeping up with traffic or providing precision on a curvy back road. Its turn-in is sharp and its brakes are strong. If there is a downside, is that the engine lacks character. While it revs out well enough, it doesn't have a satisfying sound. It is understandable why some people choose to swap out their stock engines for something more peppy. It may come as a surprise, but the MR2 is also quite practical. It has two removable hatches behind the seats, which provided enough room to carry a set of golf clubs. Interestingly, fitting golf clubs inside a car is seen as a real advantage for Japanese manufacturers, as golf is a trendy sport in Japan. Who knew? Well, for these reasons, the Mark III MR2 will forever go down as an icon. I'd say, let's keep the spirit of the MR2 alive and share this video, and let me know which car should I cover next.